uh, friends that I've been getting to know on here, and anyone else who comes across this. Um, I hope that things are going well for you, and if they're not, that they start improving. And if you need help and put suggestions on that, just let me know. I don't think the radio is too loud. I'm in the other room, but I'm going to be back in this room in a moment. I'm just getting my coffee ready for the evening. But now I could have done this tomorrow, but I kind of want to save my energy, and I might get distracted doing other things. So I'm doing other things now, but like things that I don't know, I just might not get to it. So I wanted to say a couple things. First of all, I wanted to ask people, do you ever experience thoughts of, I don't say verbalize it loud, but thoughts of, like, anticipating, thinking about and getting excitement about something that you're looking forward to, and then starting to wonder, and if you do, by the way, why do you think you do? Then starting to wonder, okay, now that I've kind of thought out, what it will look like or whatever, will you get to actually experience it? And you may kind of think you might not. Hopefully that isn't the case most of the time. I know for some of us maybe it is quite often. Oh, I should show this. It's still doing it. And I thought it was because it was leaning on this. When I talk about, like, I have like paranormal stuff on here, it's not like dark or scary stuff. It's a healing energy and light stuff. But there's not usually stuff that happens, in the home, except for like channeling. But I just wanted to show you this. I didn't remember putting it this way, and then it caught my eye earlier today, that it's tipped. And I don't know what you call that, but other than amazing. There's that. Whoops. And I thought this was sitting underneath it, but still, and it's been like this for actually 3 hours, I think. I was upstairs for a bit. I do have to get cooking shortly, because it's actually already almost 8 o'clock. By the way, happy Thanksgiving to any Americans that see this, or any Canadians that are celebrating it. I don't know. Do they do that? I'd like to know why it's so far away from the Canadian one. It's like a month or so afterwards, and why and so close to Christmas too. Of course, a lot of people have their birthdays close to them too. But anyway, anticipating. Hi, hi to you as well. Hi, Garrett Bethel. I knew a Bethel. Interestingly, online on another site. I want to say, sorry, that's our dog making noise. I want to say that's our dog making noise. I want to say that her name was Emma. I don't want to, put that out there, but there might be more than one. And then, of course, there's Beth of Music. I think that was her name, but I'm not sure. Anywho, point of the matter is, and by the way, curious how you came across the channel and if it's your first time. I'm doing this on the cell phone, so I'm not going to put the title in the comments as well for the scrollers, unfortunately, because I don't know how to do that actually on the cell phone. So, yeah, the question also is, do you have, and Garrett's actually a name, and it looks like you left, but maybe you haven't, and you haven't answered my questions either. Okay, well, you haven't though, but Garrett's actually a name that I associate with my childhood and a pretty significant loved one's passing. But it's all good. It's fine. It's been a long time ago. I've mostly healed from it. Honey, you should not be distracting, please. Sorry, the dog. And yeah. But there's some irony, perhaps, too. Wanna go? And you need to hush, okay? Anywho. Yes, it's getting very, very cold here. Again, and apparently the U.S., too. They're about to get like a polar freeze, maybe coldest ever, perhaps. It's craziness. Garrett, are you still there? Because it doesn't look like it, but sometimes that's inaccurate. Anyway, so the question is, when you have those anticipatory anticipation feelings, even if they're not anxious necessarily, like just excitement. Yeah, do you ever worry, okay, will I actually get to experience what I'm thinking? And how similar, and then do you usually? Um, so, about tomorrow, and this is part of the title, the reminder and that, about tomorrow, I realized something I could do, because what I'm hoping to get to do, please hope along with me, is I have a dear friend that passed away. Some of you may have heard me talk about her. Almost a year ago now, in January. And she worked at the place I'm going to be going to, and in a couple of capacities. And they have karaoke nights, but it's not super close to home. I'm not one that really goes out late at night anymore, as I mentioned earlier. Sorry, I'm popping along here. He works long, very physical days, and then bikes to and from work. And then there's a couple things in the routine, including dinner, and then the evening is, and we don't drive, and we don't have a lot of money. But I'm going to try and put some in towards the meal tomorrow, and otherwise I might be getting treated to it. But yeah, so basically I'm going to ask them, I think it'd be very special for the both of us. I don't know if I'll record this part, so I'll say it now, I think it'd be very special for the both of us, and she'd really love this. The things that I just said too, perhaps. And hopefully I won't have to say it to more than one person, or that it'll get relayed okay. And I thought since I'm here for lunch, it would be a great and I missed the event that she had when she passed away, and I found out about 2 or 3 days later. Luckily, I did go to her funeral. I mean, I know it was a funeral, but I'm still really happy I went, and I know she was, and I know G is, and all that stuff. And basically, yeah. So now this means that the host, the person who's now hosting there, the karaoke nights, won't be there because it's not the usual time. But I'm hoping that, the mic should be easy enough to figure out. Hopefully the sound system would be, or maybe there'll be someone who fills in sometimes around there. If not, the person I'm with, I'm going to get them to record me, and I might use their phone to play the music and see if I can, that should work. And I think I've decided one song I might do, but I'm hoping I might get 2. I don't think that's greedy. I don't think it is. 2 is not a huge number. I'd be happy with 1, but 2 is better than 1. No, but basically, because 'tis the season, I'm thinking Christmas music. Okay, I don't know where I went, Garrett. Your phone must have died because you were here for a few minutes. But yeah, since it's 'tis the season, I thought a Christmas song, and there's one I'm kind of thinking of. And then maybe some of the stuff I did one of my longer podcasts the other day, possibly a record or close to a record for me. There are longer ones out there. And at the about 4-hour mark of the 5-hour-ish one, I did some music, and I might do one of those. And unfortunately, there was people there before, and I can't remember if there was people there after, but there was nobody there during when I did it. Yeah, and if I have to, I think it'd be very, very special for it to happen. And I mean, I don't want to be pushy, but I do want to really try and make it happen. And hopefully the person I'm with, who is a little bit straight-laced, I hate to say it, will let me, but a loved one, and we accept kind of the ways that our loved ones are sometimes. Okay, I've got this, I got this way up. What it is there's a dent in the bottle, a little bit of a dent. Anyway, so yeah, hopefully, and I don't even know if that's going to be there too, to be honest. I'm wondering if I should ask. I don't really want to call her, but, being a bit wonky. Sorry, I'll stop moving around in a moment here. But yeah, so basically, and the fact that I don't really go out to bars very much. I don't really, like I say, the loudness, the late nights is not something I've really been doing in my 30s. And by preference. I mean, maybe sometimes it's like, oh, I could do it if I could more easily, arrange it. I know a lot of other people that don't drive too, and this has just been a quieter chapter in life, aside from online or whatever, where, a lot of my connections, even if nothing's happened with them, they've just kind of faded as life goes on. Something that sometimes maybe happens to us as we get older. I don't know. I'm experiencing it for the first time. In my youth, in my teenage years, in my 20s, I was always fairly connected. And sometimes you have a lot of people online, but you don't always, you go long times where sometimes you don't chat with them, or nice at this pot there. Okay, well, it looks like I'm cooking. I was hoping to be on the laptop, but it's closer. We had a little bit of a positive setback earlier tonight, and but there won't be one tomorrow because we're gonna want lunch. We're gonna have to. I don't finish his work. We're gonna want to get there and eat and all that stuff. But sorry, the dog's being noisy. He hasn't been fed his dinner yet, but we'd rather give it to him when we're gonna eat, which is gonna be soon. And that'll be the usual time, so I don't really know what his problem is. Anywho, got 4 of you here. Don't be shy. And yeah, so that's what I'm going to try and do. Yeah, like if they try and tell me, I mean, I don't know if they can say this. I don't really want them to pre-think it, necessarily. But I really, really think it'd be really, really nice of them if they did. And it would mean a lot to, even if they don't believe in the afterlife, if they haven't had experiences or, been filled with reasons to believe in it, I would think they might hold a little bit of a possibility that it exists, because that's comforting and you don't really know, and therefore she would want it from the other side. But yeah, and like I say, I just don't really, if they say, oh, come back on a I think, well, that's not very likely going to happen, But yeah, I don't have to realize how elderly need to do it, because they go there occasionally sometimes, apparently, which is interesting. They know my friend a little bit from her being a server there. So we got 4 over here. Not many people saying much. And the floor, I walked into the dog's water dish earlier, but he's got more water. And I showed got some water on the floor here. But so I'm kind of walking on wet kitchen floor, which is lots of fun. Maybe I'll put on those shoes. Although they're all falling apart. And they're really just around the house. But what was the other thing I wanted to say? So in the title it says the time that this is likely to occur. I've said a bit of thoughts. I think the only other thing I was going to say is that I, as of this afternoon, have been feeling a little bit... sinuses have been a little bit sore in my throat. The unfortunate part is that I had some tea and some yogurt, and I felt not bad during the nap, but my mind was too, we only took so long to try and have a nap, and my mind was too, something else you need when you get older, or maybe in general. Sleep is important. I know my friend, helps if it's on. My friend did a lot of late night shifts and late nights in general. But you know what? In a way, it's kind of nice because she only lived to her early 30s. So she got to experience more of life that way. And of course, life isn't always great. But I think she had a pretty good time. She had a pretty good life, and I'm happy to know that. And I was happy to be a part of it with her, as I know she would be of me, for me. And the person I'm going to be with hasn't heard me sing very often. So this is something else I want to say. If you've never heard me sing before, you're in for a treat. I mean, not to toot my own bugle, but I have been musical all my life. But again, depending on how my sinuses and my throat are, I mean, usually when I have a sore throat and I sing, it just makes it even deeper and raspier. But depending on how all that stuff goes, as we go from, I think, 1 or 2 viewers to 5 again. Hi, Alusi. Interesting name. How are you? Is that an alien? Hey, be good. So I'm talking to the dog. Depending on how that stuff is for me, It may or may not sound as good as usual. And it's so right now. So if you would like to request a little song for me to sing a snippet of right now, then you can hear how it sounds now, I suppose. One of the ones I'm thinking of doing is, and I mean, the numbers have been high, but people, not too many people have said much, but is, yeah, yes, it's kind of a faith song because it's a Christmas song, and some of them are more obviously, that way, but hopefully you like the song anyway. I'm thinking of doing the one that, I'll do the chorus because that's the funnest part to sing. Fall on your knees. Oh, good, sit with me. Oh, hear the angels' voices of night divine. Oh night divine. Seems a little bit weird to think of this is not a club, but whatever, or a bar / restaurant. But the other song, I'm not really sure what it'll be yet. If you have suggestions, I have something I'm going to look at. I might just look at and like I say, that long video I did the other day, I did some music, and I might pick something from there. So, yeah. Hopefully my voice will be good. Up to par. Hopefully, I'll get the opportunity outside of the usual hours that they do it. It may not be that busy there, but it'd be hopefully nice to hear a little bit of appreciation in person. Like I say, don't drive. Don't like the loud environments usually. So I don't really do gigs very much. Comedy or music. So this will be really nice for me. I appreciate getting to do it on here, but this will be really nice for me, and I really hope it happens. And I hope you hope it as well. So stay tuned tomorrow. Oh, hello. How are you? You commented just in time. I was really thinking of wrapping up, but I'll roll just a little bit longer just for you. We got 4 of you here, so you guys as well. Where have you been? Other than swimming. I get that mild typo, and from this distance, that's what it looked like. But I'm smart. Anywho, that's really all I have planned. I do want to rest my voice, but it has been a while. So you know what I would maybe like to ask of you, if you could promise this, aside from tomorrow, there's in the title of this, when it gets posted, if you don't see it now, you can see it. This thing that special opportunity I'm hoping to get. I said what time I'm going to be doing it. I fit it into the title. Okay, hopefully everything's good though. For the most part, happy Thanksgiving. Aren't you with family tonight? Or are you not in the States? I can't remember where you're from. No, you're in the UK, aren't you? That's something else I don't know. Do they celebrate Thanksgiving in the UK? And what are you thankful for, by the way? All of you. Chime in. It's good to think of these things, and you should all say something. Okay, lucky you. Anywho, so yeah, here it's not Thanksgiving in Canada, so I'm just making some pasta. Just kidding. Anyway, what was the other thing I was going to say? Oh, what I would like to request of the person who's commenting, who I'm kind of familiar with on here, and anybody else who would like to, because I am going to wrap this up soon. Why what? Why what? That's vague. As I would like to request, and I shouldn't need to tell you why with this, it should be obvious. I'd be curious what your guess would be. But, and it's a big one. It's a big but. Just kidding. I like to say that phrase, apparently. I've noticed that. I've noticed it. That's right, he wanted chicken. He wanted chicken and he's going to eat it. Yeah, the prices are a bit, I didn't think, I was telling somebody about it, but the prices of this restaurant are a little bit expensive, but a lot of them are. But I'm looking forward to my lunch tomorrow. I'm hesitant. They have a few different proteins, and they have one that's, why did you take away 3 messages? What's up with that? One of them is, don't be doing that, come on now. One of them is, I'm sure it wasn't anything bad, a Mexican one, I don't usually eat meat. Would you stop this? You're being annoying. I don't really usually eat. I use plant-based sometimes. Often. Been a few days though. No, yours. Yours. Do you not see that? Anywho, the last time I got a poutine that sounded kind of like that, from the last place I saw my friend at, actually, at a festival. Yeah, but why? And what were they? Anywho, the meat didn't. It may have been. It may have just been prepared in a way I don't usually have it, or a type I don't usually have. And for people, vegans that might see this, or vegetarians want to like say, "Oh, you shouldn't," blah blah. I get it. I get it, and I do somewhat live it. But as I often say, I am a picky eater. I need the variety in my diet, and I need what it gives. Or what's going on? And if you think I'm seeing them before you're doing it, I'm not. What's happening there? Anywho, you don't usually do that. What's up? Anywho, so I need to be eating that stuff. But I'm a little bit worried. Like, I've never had it there before. Is it going to be too spicy, or is it going to be such and such? I might look through the menu a bit more, see if there's a second one. But then it's like, if there is, well, okay, what am I choosing then? You know what, though? I am going to say they didn't say much beyond this, and I'm not really sure about the image. That's the thing I'm doing, but anywho, what was I saying? Somebody help get me back onto my thought, please. Come on, Squid, tell me. Not like you to hide it. It's called a secret. So yeah, what? No, why won't you tell me why you're doing it? Are you just joking around, or what's going on, man? Kind of annoying me, to be quite honest. I'm sorry to say that, but and yeah, I can't remember what I was saying before all the distractions. Oh, right. So yeah, I don't know. Oh, really? Okay. Well, what were you saying? I value what people are saying, as long as it's kind of respectful. I'm curious, and I value it. Now you have to retype it. Serves you right. Sorry. Well, at least it got a giggle, eh? But, all in good fun. All in good fun, right? But yeah, so, such as, maybe they mean something to me. Man, are you drunk because it's Thanksgiving and you're thankful for the alcohol that kept you sane while you were with your family? You're like, hey, what are you saying about my family? I don't know, a lot of us have diverse families and sometimes hard to put up with. And then some don't, They're the blessed ones. But anywho, so I need a pulling thread. Speaking of a phrase, so there's 5 of you here. Anywho, so yeah, I don't know what I'm going to have, but I'm going to look at that. Actually, in the pictures, the one kind of memorializing her was kind of one of the more recent ones. Oh, I see. Okay. Anywho, but I've said why I want to do this event, so hopefully it'll happen. And yeah, I don't go out to eat even very much anymore because the cost, and again, yeah, I don't. But I do sometimes. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I hope that you guys will be able to join either live or after it's posted. And if any of you are wanting more of this, of which I am tonight, since I'm going to be wrapping up in a moment, you're welcome to head on over to the live streams that I've done already. and find something that intrigues you. Anything that's long, you don't have to watch all of them, or not all at once. And anything that's short, I definitely recommend you watch it, even if they're not shorts, which, some of them, there's been a few recently, a couple of really ones that I think are especially important, actually. So, yeah, check them out, and I look forward to your comment. One thing is that I've noticed that it doesn't necessarily notify of comments, or sometimes it does, but there were some things I saw the other day that, unless I wasn't seeing them in the notifications, it wasn't saying them there. But one thing I do sometimes do often when I don't mind hearing myself a little more, because I do live with myself and have aphantasia. So when I'm home by myself, sometimes I'm talking out loud to myself. Sometimes I'm talking to the dog. Sometimes I'm talking to G. Sometimes I'm talking on the phone. And sometimes I'm just talking. No, and a lot of times I'm doing podcasts, right? So when he's at work a lot. He's at work a lot, so I sometimes watch it with him after and so I'll look to see those later. Okay, and I didn't see some of those bottom ones, but that was odd. No oddness, no trolls, no spamming, please. Not necessary. It's just stupid, and honestly, most of us are going to ignore it and, act accordingly. So, that was a weird one. Is that one that's going around lately? I didn't even see the bottom ones, but that's fine. Anyway, so yeah. Yeah, did you catch any of that? Especially the ones after the first one? I got rid of them pretty quickly, and hopefully they're not showing to anybody else. We don't need to give that kind of stuff attention. Yeah. It was kind of random and specific, but, and the fact that they mentioned the dog in the other room. I'll hold whatever I want, okay? I'll touch whatever I want. No, I was kidding. Anyway. Okay, and no filter. Anyway, don't mind me. Anyway, so yeah, I hope you might check out some of those, and I'll try and look for comments. And if I don't see them, just come let me know somewhere. And I also try and look at the written post section a bit more lately, because that is getting noticed. I never see that area when I go to YouTube, but it isn't an area, and some people are seeing it. So I'll check there, and you can always let me know there too. Anyway, I shall wrap up for now, put a bow on it. Not sure where, but put a bow on it. Season's greetings. I'm sure we'll see each other again and chat again before Christmas, if you celebrate, religiously or not. And yeah, like I say, tomorrow is going to be hopefully a lovely occasion of which I will stream. So, okay, take care everybody.